This is a Headgum podcast.
What's our podcast? What's it gonna be about?
Tell us.
What's our podcast? What should we talk about?
With Beck and Kyle.
Oh, okay. Kyle's wiping the glasses off and sitting down. Oh, yeah.
This feels
like
like a little slice of heaven.
Ooh, this feels a little weird for me. It's a little squishy.
A
little bubbly, a little slippery kind of.
That's a little abnormal. Could you get up for 1 second?
Yeah. Anything? Yeah. It's a look normal down there.
Oh my gosh, no! It's the return of
Return of the mud pie.
the mud pie.
Oh, that's crazy. That was some of the stuff that comes out of our minds. When
Thank you.
Out of the hive mind, the group mind sort of thing.
Is it a hive mind?
I don't
It's
think
two people.
I don't think so.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that I kind of lose sleep over. Like, when is it a hive mind?
Right.
I can't tell if it's a hive mind.
Do you remember back in the day, you going on Facebook and being like, "I need help, hive mind. What kind of shoes should I get for hiking?"
Still do that every day. I'm always going online being like, "Hey, hive mind.
Hey, hive mind, I need help.
Hey, hive mind.
How do I?
What's the fastest way to the market so I can pick up my
My beans,
pick up my
fresh beans. Yeah.
Hey, hive mind. Does the market have any fresh beans today?
That is a thing. People going on the internet to ask people questions and get help.
Hey,
I
got a question for you.
Yeah, lay it on me, sister.
You remember when Facebook started?
Yeah.
Probably 06 or something, 05?
No, I don't.
04?
Oh, was it? Maybe I think it was 04.
Okay.
I remember being.
Yeah. It was. I remember getting on it. I think like fall of my sophomore year, which would have been 04.
Yeah.
Did you ever flirt on Facebook?
Yeah, poke somebody. Remember that?
I do. I
You could poke somebody, be like, poke.
So, and you think that there was a situation where like you had a crush and you're like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna poke her.
I don't know if I ever did that or if it ever worked, but I do think definitely like connecting on Facebook after a party or something.
Yeah.
Or following up with somebody was very helpful.
Yes.
Because then you didn't have to ask for a number. You didn't have to be like, and then be like, are you going to this thing? You could also see who was going to parties and you could be like, then you could message them, be like, hey, so you're going to this. Let's like meet up before or whatever. Like,
yeah, I feel like I'm not proud to say this, but I think that most of like my romantic partnerships have been heavily aided by the use of the internet or electronics or social media in some way or another.
And that's
even like in middle school and high school, it was like instant messenger.
Yeah.
And then
I never did instant messenger or MySpace
Really?
or anything. Yeah. Like with my friends, sometimes like a group of people like messaging.
I can't
somebody.
believe you weren't on you didn't do IM.
Not by myself. No, I didn't have my own name.
What? And
I
so
just
you had,
wasn't
like, a
talented.
family name.
I did it with my family.
That's cool.
Yeah, me and my family went on. We like
whole
looked
family's
for
like,
girls for me.
Yeah. It's all adding up to me. I got it right all.
Yeah.
No problem.
But there's nothing to be ashamed about with finding those romantic connections.
No, nowadays you got Fumble, Dumble,
You got Bumble, Rimble, Trimble.
Rimbledore.
You got Hinge, Binge, Crash, Bash,
Syringe.
Grinder, Rinder, Finder, and Reminder.
By the way, I need a reminder how to what my password
Tie my
is.
shoes this
I got
morning.
19
Exactly.
passwords. Here's a hint. Your first type of car.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, this is 40.
Which do I capitalize this one and which symbols do you allow? And then don't forget you got the CAPTCHA. The CAPTCHA.
Right. What is the CAPTCHA?
The CAPTCHA.
Yeah. The CAPTCHA.
This is where they try to like.
This is the thing on the line.
They got sometimes is the CAPTCHA also, well, sometimes it'll be like a series of letters and numbers, but you can't really read all of the letters. And it's like, is that a lowercase
right.
d
The CAPTCHA is to prove you're not a robot.
Yes.
And sometimes it's like, I don't see the CAPTCHA as much as like, am I a robot? And you click like, no, and then you do the picture thing. You do the grid.
Now they do the picture thing more, which is like a grid of probably 9 squares, right?
Yeah, it's like,
which
one has wheels?
Which has a headlight?
Yeah,
or a
or
lamp.
stop lamp.
And you know what?
Stoplight.
We here at What's Our Podcast, by the way, the podcast where Beck and Kyle bring in a guest to decide what our podcast should be.
That's right.
Are
That's what our
sick
podcast is.
of having to go through this just to buy a movie ticket or something. We are human. We're not robots. And if you keep on making us fucking do this, we're not going to use our computers anymore.
Yeah.
We're not getting off them, and we're gonna start doing stuff with wood.
We're doing stuff with wood, and that means pencils and paper too. We'll start
Yes.
old school writing and doing that. So we're gonna be off all that. So
We'll be doing the podcast.
yeah,
We'll still do the podcast. By the way, we got the Patreon going.
We got the Patreon going, so that's good. I don't know how it's going yet because it hasn't started. I mean, it's going now, but at the time of recording, we're a week away from launching the Patreon.
Yeah.
Which is really, 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 really cool.
Yeah, you'll be out of town for that big launch, of course.
Yeah, well, of course, I'll be gone again.
I'll be
Papa was a Rolling Stone.
fielding all the questions from Richelle. Kyle, could I get your eyes on this?
Kyle, just bumping this for you again.
Coming at my doorstep with one of these pads.
Yeah.
Kyle, I got another question for
I
you.
got another pad for you, Kyle.
Are you okay if the Patreon members come in wearing scarves? Sure. I don't know. Why would I care about that?
Sure, whatever.
It's like, can I? By the way, this is dinner time, Richelle.
By the way, it's dinner time, Michelle. Would you like to come in for some freshly baked beans?
Oh, we just finished probably my beans, Richelle. But yes, of course, with scarves. What is the problem here? Is it a new Patreon?
This is a little Patreon. It's not a big deal. We don't need scarves.
Yeah, of course, Beck will be shooting one of his new movies.
Yeah, I was shooting a new movie down in Miami, Florida.
Then he'll be getting a voice memo from me. Hey, so guess what? I'm all up to my ears, and Richelle coming over and asked me about the Patreon questions. I can't even make a bean.
I mean, that's life. That's life. That's your life.
That's fair.
Well. Richelle loves it.
What questions do you have for me? I want to be open right now in this moment. I want to be open with you. We've got an incredible guest. We've got a comedy, dramatic, theatrical, televisual, cinematic icon coming in.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, what do you want to know about me? This is your chance. I've been asking you to connect with me on this level.
What did you do this weekend?
Thank you for asking.
Yeah. And I want to know. What did you get into?
Saturday. Oh man, this is the tough part where you actually have to rack your brain as to what you did.
Yeah.
Sunday, I know I saw some. Oh, I didn't see friends in the evening.
Ooh.
I know we went to lunch and dinner on Sunday.
Okay.
I went to the playground.
Okay. Hot weekend.
What could have Saturday been? Oh my god.
It was after Friday.
What did you do? You know what you did on Saturday? That could maybe
Saturday. I came in from Park City, got home around 3 p.m., which is around the time Jesse and Ruby got home, and I don't know, blank spot.
Man, that's.
I think we just hung out, and then
I think probably
ordered some pizza or something.
the same. I don't think anything of. I think I hung out with my family.
Yeah, that's what I did all weekend.
Which I get excited for, I like, we do the podcast. We got other entertainment industry things to do.
Mm-hmm. True.
And I got life stuff. I got, errands to run. But the weekend is my chance to just hang out with my family, hang out with my child.
Yeah.
I like it.
I love it. Are you finding new things to do as the family as your daughter gets older? Are you finding things that you're like, oh, I want to do this with her? I feel like she's old enough. Like, how do I implement that or something? Or
yeah,
you just kind of go with the flow take her lead.
Sometimes we'll kind of pitch a new activity, but she's really into hide and seek right now.
Loves hide and seek.
But I truly my favorite thing is just dancing with her.
Really?
So
That's great.
anytime I could get that going,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, should we dance right now?
Yeah.
That's what I try to do.
And how long does the dancing go on for? That's very sweet.
if I'm waking up with her, it could be like we could get a solid hour in of dancing.
An hour of dancing. That's a lot. That's a good exercise.
I've curated a playlist of YouTube videos, of music videos that we both like to dance to.
Wow. That's great. Was it, I know you like Beach Boys.
It's
a lot of like Mickey, Disney.
It's a lot of, on a best case scenario, it's this television show, clips from the show Kids Incorporated.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that show is?
Yeah. I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
It was aired on the Disney Channel in the 80s and 90s, but they do covers of popular pop songs.
Yeah.
So like you can listen to like a Fleetwood Mac song or a Michael Jackson song or like a Starship or whatever and dance. So it's like I get to introduce her to these songs I love, but they're being performed by children, and I think she likes that.
That's great. Is it a playlist on YouTube?
No, I've made it.
But what is it?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Are there visuals?
It is a playlist made of YouTube videos.
So you can find the
YouTube
Kids Incorporated like songs.
Yes.
That's so fun. That's something we've done that a little bit, shown Ruby performances of songs that he likes, or like just, showing like live performances of great artists, and he will watch and dance. And he's danced better than he's ever danced by watching live performances of people singing and performing music. Not like a music video.
Like a concert.
Yes, and that's something I want to do more, because we play music and dance to it, but I do want to like just be like, look at these performers.
Yeah.
Look at these singers and watch them like dance, and like we can all dance together. That's great that you have such a built-in time.
Dancing is such a great thing to do. But
speaking of a great thing to do,
it's time to dance to dance to the beat of our guest.
Yes, exactly. And what a beat he has. He's been drumming and making rhythms since a long time.
Comedy is rhythm. It
is a rhythm. There's a rhythm to it.
You know him
timing.
From Mr. Show with Bob and David.
You know him from the
Breaking
Ben
Bad.
Stiller Show, Breaking Bad,
Better Call Saul,
Nobody 2, Normal, that is coming out soon. He is one of the most brilliant, prolific creators of sketch comedy and entertainment of so many different kinds. He's produced so many things, directed. He's found young artists and brought them.
That's right.
Into people's lives.
Definitely want to talk to him about that.
Yes, it's Bob Odenkirk. We're so lucky to have him here, and let's go talk to him.
Let's welcome him to the Batcave.
Let's welcome him to the Batcave.
This podcast is brought to you by Rocket Money.
Yeah, get into the rocket and blast off. Ooh, I'm going into space.
One time I looked at my bank account and saw that I was paying for Hulu twice under 2 different accounts. This is a true story.
No way. This sounds like a true crime podcast.
Yes. How would that sound? Wait,
like,
we take the listener there.
Yeah.
It was a normal Tuesday. Of course, memory always plays a part in the way we perceive the world around us. And I remembered, or so I thought, that I only had one Hulu account. When I went to the bank to look at my most recent...
And then it's a true crime podcast, because you were talking about that, and then I was the murderer who came and killed you during the podcast. So
yeah.
You guys.
Anyway, what I was getting at was that if I had just used Rocket Money, I would have that money my accountant could use it to buy other stuff like donuts and chicken nuggets.
Oh yeah,
that's hilariously random. That was really random. I see what you guys did there.
Okay, Rocket Money. Rocket Money could change your life like it changed mine. Okay. It changed my life.
Rocket Money can track subscriptions and has the ability to cancel unwanted ones within the app with a few taps, saving users over $880 million in canceled subscriptions. That was one guy.
That was one guy.
You think it's bad to subscribe to Hulu twice? Yeah, talk to Gary Geekemeyer.
Yeah, he's doing really well because of Rocket Money.
Yeah, he subscribed to things a lot.
Yeah, he was like, he didn't, because he was lonely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he didn't, we live, as you know, I think you know where I'm going to go, and we live in a digital society.
Oh.
And,
wow.
you know, with all these subscriptions, they're kind of like these tentacles that reach out and grab you. And sometimes you don't even know that one of these tentacles has gotten onto you. And before you
Right.
know it, you're living life fully strapped, like with all these tentacles to your body. And Rocket Money helps kind of take these tentacles off of you.
Well, it's, yeah,
so you can live free again, because like
they're
you don't,
addictive.
yeah, they're addictive, and you remember what you signed up for. Sometimes you click something you don't even know.
Or you get
a
the free
subscription.
trial, and then you
and
forget to cancel it.
Yeah, and you're out $880 million.
Like Gary Geekemeyer.
So don't be like Gary Geekemeyer, or be like Gary Geekemeyer and get Rocket Money. And get a lot of money back.
Users who create a financial goal with Rocket Money save over $70 on average within the first 30 days.
That's like that's hashtag financial goals.
You can set budgets and goals. You can get personalized insights and regular reports. You can receive real-time alerts for large transactions, upcoming bills, refunds, and low balances.
This is so interesting, Kyle.
Thank you. Yeah. Rocket Money is a personal finance app. It helps find and cancel unwanted subscriptions. Monitors your spending and helps lower your bills so you can grow your own savings.
Dude, you are so knowledgeable on this and trained and really smart on all this.
It's not that much.
Yeah.
It's not difficult.
You're like a professor.
Yeah, thank you. Let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join rocketmoney.com/Beck and Kyle. It's rocketmoney.com/Beck and Kyle. rocketmoney.com/Beck and Kyle.
Say it one more time.
rocketmoney.com/Beck and Kyle.
Now repeat it.
rocketmoney.com/Beck and Kyle. rocketmoney.com/Beck and Kyle. rocketmoney.com/Beck and Kyle. rocketmoney.com/Beck and Kyle. rocketmoney.com/Beck and Kyle.
That was pretty cool.
Too bad we're not going to use any of that.
Yeah, there's no way that makes it in the ad. Oh, well.
Wait, let's actually use it. What if this one's a little different than the other ads before?
Yeah.
You're mad at me.
No, I didn't know what to say. You thought I was mad at you, but I was not.
You're mad at me.
I wanted to say, make world.
Dude, it's incredible to have Bob Odenkirk here.
Are you kidding me, dude?
But I love your character so much. You did it at Tim Heidecker's birthday.
I did the SoCal character, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
That just a disaster, just a mess.
That means so much.
His brain is just jelly.
Here. Because, like, knowing somebody like you is there is like, oh, God.
Oh, God, I have to do this. This is...
Could listen to it forever.
Yeah.
Because it's just watery garbage. It's just nothing. It doesn't go anywhere.
Yes, he's very stupid.
Yeah.
I presented to Tim, I did like a rap for him. That's like just an incredibly poorly written rap, and like poorly performed. And there was like literal feedback, and I was getting roasted by like a group of children who were standing right in front of me. So it was like one of those things where it's like
the kids know this guy's horrible.
Kids were roasting you.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
It was great.
Thank you. That's nice to hear. I appreciate that. How have you been?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good.
I
am doing pretty good. This movie that I have coming out is really fun, and so it's fun to talk about a fun movie that I don't know. It's like an old style film.
Yeah.
It feels like a movie from the 80s or 70s even.
Like a Roadhouse thing, like a small town.
Yeah, and you kind of understand, well, it's so strange to say, like, you don't see movies like this anymore, but it's just a movie. But I think that people are either aiming low, which we're an action movie, so I'm not like we're aiming that high, but they're just a horror film where it's like, don't worry, it's a horror film.
Right.
10-year-olds will see it. So we'll make our money somehow. Or they're trying to get everybody in the world to come watch it and compete with Pixar. Right. And this is a movie in between that's just for entertainment. It's not trying to tell my life story. And it's just really a fun film. And we got the perfect director, Ben Wheatley. And, he's a British director. He did Free Fire. He did High Rise. He did A Field in England. He's made so many films, and you guys would love this guy. Yeah. He never went to college. He just started making movies when he was like 13. Damn. Wow. He just made lots of 5-minute films, 8-minute films, short films. Then he finally got to make some, and it's all he knows is film. It's all he cares about. Yeah. There's always a smile in everything he does. And Derek Kolstad, who wrote it, I know I'm having a good time talking about that movie, and a good time being excited about going around and showing it. We had Magnolia is putting it out, and they were so great because I was like, this feels like an old style movie. Can you put it on film, and then I'll go around and we'll project it on film in some cities just as a novelty, as a fun thing, because it fits with what the movie is.
Yeah.
And so they set up this tour, and I'm going to get to show the movie on film in Chicago and Miami and Boston and New York and LA and Austin. It'll be on film.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's great.
It's
great. So I'm looking forward to all that fun. And, you guys have kids?
We do. Yeah, 4 and 2.5, almost 3.
These are the ages.
You only have 2.5 kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, come at me.
Yeah. He's got weird little things.
One
going.
I don't claim entirely. We'll see.
Half parent, one of them.
It's just legs. Fine. Now you co-wrote the movie. Yes.
Well, I got a credit as a story by, not as a co-writer.
Copy.
Because Derek Kolstad, who writes many films, sent me 3 outlines for movies, 3 action films.
Separate ideas.
Yes, 3 separate ideas. He said, what do you think of these? Do you like any of them? And he tends to write action that is just pure action from the get-go. John Wick is the perfect example. Yeah. And I just don't think I don't think that's the best use of me in every way. I don't know
that style of movie.
Yeah.
Like, did he write Nobody?
He did.
Yes. Okay.
He did.
Which I saw, loved.
And that came from me talking to him about essentially what makes up much of the first act.
Yeah.
I had a break-in at my house. My son confronted this guy. I didn't do anything. I was proud of myself. The cop said, that's not what I would have done. I was like, what the fuck?
Wait, I'm sorry. It was based on a real thing that happened to you?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
The real thing was worse than what you see in the movie.
Wow. I thought that was such an interesting point in the movie. I thought it was going to be like, they hurt your family and then you flip there. But then you stopped him. And I was like, it really,
So I didn't do anything. The cop said, that's not what I would have done.
That's crazy.
And I was like, well, aren't we supposed to stay out of it? Don't you want us to fight these other,
right, I thought that's how it escalates. It's like you pull out a gun and then
I call
somebody
you
gets
and
killed.
then I don't do anything.
Right.
And but it stuck with me for so many reasons. And I just offered that to Derek when he said, I think you could do an action lead. And I said, okay, well, this happened to me and I have a lot of feelings about it. And if you want to make something out of that, please feel free. Because I think a lot of people can relate to that in a modern context of our lives of, we're guys are, you're not supposed to get violent or push back sort of ever. And of course that's true. But, the truth is I was left with all these feelings of, the fantasy of, give me 5 minutes in the room with that guy.
Right.
Now that you told me you want me to do whatever I want.
Yeah, absolutely.
And of course you go like, well, I would get hurt. And I'm like, I don't care that I would get hurt.
Right.
I would give anything to take that guy down.
It's such a relatable thing. I mean, we all like fantasy. Like, I think anybody who's ever lived anywhere is like, what if somebody breaks into this place? What would I do?
Well, so we also had a second break-in by professionals when we were home.
Wow.
So I don't feel that way about that guy because he was just there to take shit.
Right.
He took off as soon as there was any noise. He only took things. He clearly was there. He was a pro.
Yeah.
There was like a team working this neighborhood, right? So respect.
But that was after you had this
experience.
I would
like my
so you were ready to go?
Yes, that was 2 years later, 3 years later.
Wow. Okay.
So yes, I would like my guitar back and that shit. But in the end, you could just go, well, I can get another whatever.
Yeah.
This is nothing you can't replace. That doesn't matter.
Right.
The first one was the confrontation one, and that's the one that leaves you with like, come in and fuck up my kids.
Right.
And so Derek used that, wrote that. So when it came to this other film, he showed me 3 outlines, and the one outline was what became the movie Normal, which had this suspense element, this comic element, this story that had a little more guts to it that I felt like, now I have a value there. as a performer. And then, of course, I do get to fight, which is really fun.
So you get to show that whole range of everything you've kind of done.
I get to show some range. So a lot of action, you know, it's like get to the action. I mean, it's a genre that has its stock audience, and they want to see that action happen right away and then keep going. Right. And of course, you have to stop down for something, a phone call, something. Right. The action is in Paris now. Get on a plane. I have to go to Paris, and but I just would like a little bit of story. You know, let's say a half hour before we just start beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah. Forgive me. I am still stuck on this cop who's just like, that's not what I would have done.
I know.
That is so mean.
It's so mean.
Fucking mind.
Yeah. Even
I was so sure the whole time. I mean, everything about it from the moment it's happened. I'm like, remember, don't get engaged. Don't exacerbate it. Don't make it worse. Don't try. Just get out of the way. Get everyone out of the way. Call the police. Stay out of the way.
I feel like we hear those statistics. Like if you try to fight them, that's when people get killed.
Well, look.
And like,
I mean, I work with all these stunt guys, and whenever you work with these guys who sort of fight or do some kind of fighting-ish, it's not fighting. They're all trained up tend to be in jiu-jitsu and
Muay Thai,
versions of everything. Like they steal from every discipline.
Right.
And you inevitably at some point talk to them about their own lives and, you know, what about you in a fight or whatever? And they all say, you get the fuck out, run.
Right.
Yes.
And they're all like built like, you know, like MMA fighters or they're impressive people physically. Yeah. And they like, no, I don't get in fights. They don't even get in fights. No, because you get hurt. Yeah. You break your fist, you break your bones in your hand, and you're going to get hurt.
At one point.
And it's not worth it because their body is their life, their career.
Yeah.
So they really don't want to get hurt.
Really
but, you know, it's, you know, the fun stunt fighting that we do is, it's great. I mean, I really wish everybody could have it. It's a fantasy. It's fantasy.
Yeah.
You know?
Kyle and I just did one day on a movie in Hawaii, and we did a stunt evaluation. It was like a 2-hour thing, and then we did another session when we got there. And it was like a short fight scene, but it was a lot. It was not like, it did not feel easy. And we both kind of got a little injured on the day when we were shooting.
On my wrist.
He's got a wrist thing. I like.
Did you hit your hand on something?
I'm very sure his abs. I think my hand ran into his stomach, and I was wearing a splint as of like 4 days ago.
Wow.
Yeah. And I like, he like hits me in the stomach. I hinge over to vomit, and a little pop in my hamstring because I kept my leg straight. And I'm like thinking about you doing all these scenes. I mean, like, because there's so much work that goes into not getting injured.
I've never been hurt on the action films. I've only cut my hands because a lot of times when you go in the actual set, whether it's like the bus and nobody or the duck boat and nobody too, or the set he's got like bars or things that aren't where the prep gym, you know, you set up cardboard boxes for your location.
But and the pads and everything.
Then you go to the real place and it'll be a metal plastic seat and it has like a metal rod that wasn't there.
Right.
You're going to hit that stuff probably, and that's no big deal. You just bang up your hands and maybe your knees. I always get hurt on shows that have no action in them at all because there's a scene where you run and you don't. I've hurt myself running twice, once on Lucky Hank and once on Better Call Saul, because I didn't warm up at all. At all.
And our bodies.
Whereas when you're doing these stunt things, you're training twice a day.
Yeah.
You're learning the choreography. And then on set, you're just staying warm all day.
Yeah.
You don't get hurt. And they really work to make sure you don't get hurt.
You're okay.
They're the stunt people. The person who trains me is Daniel Bernhardt. He's from 87 North, which is he also works with 8711. Those are two very famous stunt groups. And he's like one of the premier stunt actors in the world. And those guys, him and all the people from those two troops, they're always doing their complicated stunt fighting, but they're also watching you. Sure. So if you make the slightest wrong move, they back up. They can see it. It's unreal. Because if you lose your choreography and you start to throw a punch that isn't there, that's supposed to be 2 steps later, they're just out of the way.
Step back.
Forgive me, this is maybe a basic cliched question you've been getting a lot throughout this sort of action assance. I don't know what you want to call this moment you're having. But
I call it an action assance.
We all call it. Everybody calls it an action assance.
Called it that.
People are using that?
You're really late to the game. There's a magazine.
Action Assance magazine.
Yeah, there's one magazine.
Yeah. Cigar Aficionado closed its doors.
Oh.
And has been replaced
so they did a hard
with Action Assance. They gave up when they saw that magazine.
When they saw the first Nobody.
When they saw the magazine.
I see.
Action Assance. I see. Cigar Aficionado said,
people.
We're closing our doors and we're going over here.
Okay. Well,
this is inside magazine stuff, but everyone.
Yeah, magazines
this is only for magazine publishers, right?
Yes, that's exactly right.
And I want to be totally honest. Like I said, the Action Assance thing. I didn't know there was a magazine there, and I do. And
you will get sued, and
that's part of doing a podcast.
Let's not lose the Action Assance stuff if they're going to come after me, because I really do got to.
I would love to keep it in
support. So I got a lot of people I have to support.
Yeah, 2.5 kids he's got to support.
I mean, now it feels like you're conveying expertise of like stunt work and action stuff.
You are an action star.
So I did the first one and it was a challenge and I felt so out of place. But the reason I did more was first it worked well. People seemed to like it. I had a great time, which I didn't expect I would. Training was really embarrassing.
Yes.
I mean, the amount of embarrassment I had to just live with for a year and a half, 2 years before I finally was able to do some kind of, choreography and feel like, okay, yeah, that would work.
A year and a half to 2 years. And that's training and building up to even shooting.
In a stunt gym, sucking.
Yeah.
While right over there is Jason Statham with some other guys prepping a scene, or, Keanu Reeves, or none of those guys, just the stunt team standing there, flipping, landing on their backs, laughing, going, no, do it this way.
Right.
And here I am in the corner, like,
that's kind of how it was like for us.
And I'm like, they must be looking over here going, what is wrong with that guy?
Yeah.
What is he doing? He can do this?
Right.
And I'm like, no, I don't think I can do this. They're letting me have free training. I'm going to take it. I'll probably never make this movie. Don't look at me.
Yeah.
But they were always very nice to me.
They were. I'm wondering if Jason Statham's ever like, a big fan of Get a Life.
Yeah, right.
Was that a decent Statham?
Yeah, it's pretty good. There's a little bit more whispery. A little bit more, yeah.
So the embarrassment was the hard part. But then also in the course of that, I was like, it's just who I am. I want these guys to know that I respect what they do.
Yeah.
And I don't just think, oh, watch this. I can do a stupid action movie and I can do better than anybody,
Right.
It's so easy. It's just a genre. I really wanted it. And since the first one worked, I was like, okay, well, let's show everybody that I want to learn and be better at this. And still, I'm taking up the rear because people like Derek Kolstad and Ben Wheatley, the directors, and Greg Rementer, who choreographs the fights, and Daniel and the team, this is their world, It's just like sketch comedy was our world. And,
But do you feel like
I'm better at it now?
Yeah,
I feel way more confident at like saying, okay, I see what you have set up for me.
Yeah.
In the movie Normal, so they choreograph fights in these certain locations, and I'll give them an idea. Like I'll say, okay, in this fight, my guy hasn't fought for years, and mostly he's good with guns. So whenever if he can grab a gun, he's going to grab a gun, and he's going to get hurt. He's going to get hit. He's going to be slow, and so they'll try to work that in, but I'll work it in more once I get to the fight. But sometimes I'll really like change it. Yeah.
Right.
Awesome.
I just want with every fight I do, and I think that I might be unique in this, I want a character, a story to it, a vibe, like what is this fight about? rediscovering his energy, his skills, finding out that he's up against something way bigger than he thought. You know, there has to be like a journey within the fight and a kind of tone. Like we did this duck boat fight in Nobody 2 that one of the reasons I'm doing this is I love Jackie Chan's films, and Police Story is like one of my favorite movies.
I've never seen it. Yeah.
Oh,
but I've heard
it's
so much
great.
about it.
And it's a film that I shared with my kids.
Yeah.
There's no blood in it.
Cool.
He does action, there's no blood.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And people shoot and they fall over, but there's no blood.
Right.
It's really like kids in a forest going pew pew.
Yeah. So have you always, I mean, like a lot of us are fans of action, but you were an action fan back in the day?
No, just Jackie. Just Jackie. And then the normal ones that everyone's seen.
Yeah.
But I don't know, when you talk to Derek or Ben, these guys have, it's like me talking about Bob and Ray or Derek and Clive or, the credibility gap or, comedy, stuff where you lose most people in the conversation. So anyways, I wanted to do a fight like a Jackie Chan fight. So I said, please, can we have one fight that is kind of sillier and has more comedy in it? And I just wanted to bring that out and try it, I'd love to do a whole movie like that because that movie, we had some tensions in our family. As the kids get older, there are different ages and there's some challenging years ahead sometimes.
Yeah.
Not for everybody, not for every kid or family.
Sure.
But, when they get a little older, there can be, they can pull back or there can be challenges. And this film, Police Story, put it on. We were on a vacation in Hawaii. There was an undercurrent of tension. We're in Hawaii. It's beautiful. Right. That's always where you're like, oh, God.
The tension is in the most
we
beautiful places.
We can't have a good time here.
Yeah,
we can't have a good time. We're fucked. If we can't have fun here.
Yeah.
And we put that movie in and everyone loved the whole movie. I don't even know why I popped it in. Why would I have thought?
Right.
My wife hates action films, hates them. So why would I have done that? But I did it. Everyone loved it. And it did that thing that films can do and TV shows as well. Pulled us all together, got us all on the same page, shared something really great. Wow. So I always wanted to do that for people. I still want to do that. Make a movie where there's no blood and it's just, the problem is these directors just more blood. Blood. Yeah. Timo Tchajanto, who directed Nobody 2, more blood. How's that, Timo? More. How's that, Timo? More. Yeah. You can't give them enough.
If you were trying to make a movie like Police Story, without the blood and everything, like is that like a challenge specifically? Like would people be like, well, we need the blood for audiences? Like that's like, you know what I mean? Like
the problem you get into is that one of the reasons people make action films is there's this genre audience that just goes to see every one of them. And they want more blood.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So are you going to piss them off or alienate them with your family-friendly action?
Right.
And then on top of which, the question of, are you actually going to attract somebody who goes, I would never take my child to an action film? And you're like, yeah, but this is more like, a cartoon.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
And it's more about cleverness, and you might be in trouble with like, you can't make everybody happy that way. You can't do that. But anyway, it's worth a try. I actually have an idea for a film that would live in that space, but I don't know.
Cool.
We'll see.
Well, flipping
Do you mind
gears
me talking at length about all that stuff?
I love it.
No, please.
Look,
the fact that you can be articulate about something is something I can't do generally. So I don't know what I'm going to do next. I actually have taken a break. I'm writing a play with David Cross.
Cool.
We'll see if we actually finish that, but it is a clever idea.
Well, I was going to say,
other than that, I'm just reading books and stuff.
The way you were introduced in my life in a very the way I became aware of who Bob Odenkirk was, I knew of your work, not knowing that you were behind it, was via Beck. I'm pretty sure we went to college together. He had the Mr. Show DVDs, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, this is the guy who did Matt Foley, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and was involved in all of these foundational things for us. So I guess, and two fellows from the Chicago area.
Yeah.
So I just want to say it's great to have you, to be around you guys.
Yeah, it's great to be with you, Kyle.
Where are you guys from?
Yeah, I'm from Wilmette, so we grew up an hour away from each other.
Okay.
And I'm saying you
grew
are
up
the
in
two
Naperville.
guys.
Yeah.
And I found Mr. Show through my older brother, and then I started like getting it on Napster or Lime, and like before the DVDs were even made. And then because growing up in Chicago, knew about Second City from my dad who grew up in Chicago, got the Second City book. I was taking improv classes in high school down there, and then read about you in the book and saw that you created that character, motivational speaker, Matt Foley. And then got into the Ben Stiller show, and you've just been
You had that
such
DVD too.
Yeah, that
I've been wrecking all your favorite shows.
And I had the Get a Life DVDs. I remember because I loved. Forgive me for asking again. This is where I don't like the role of being an interviewer or a podcaster. But like you have had your fingerprint on so many things, and like so many distinct eras of comedy, and like I feel like arguably the birth of alternative comedy. Yeah. What is your take on, do you have pride in that? Is that, that was fun when we did it? Like, what's your general feeling about the whole thing?
Oh, I mean, my general feeling is that I was born to make that stuff and do the alt scene that was happening here in 91. That then I feel spread from here. Yeah. Not that it wouldn't have started elsewhere anyways, because this comedy boom that happened a few years earlier had petered out, and people, searching for something new to do there in that space. But the truth is, there was such an energetic movement here in LA. It was really fun to be a part of that. But then additionally, I just was always built to do sketch comedy and stuff like that. And that's what I love most of all. And Mr. Show is still, to me, my brain on screen. Like I don't think I'll ever put anything on screen that is more who I am or how I see the world than that show. Not maybe every single sketch, but kind of just in general, its point of view on life. Sure. That's me. And so the weird part is to finish that kind of thing. Everything was building up to that. Saturday Night Live, Ben Stiller's show, even Get a Life. It was all hovering around something more pure that spoke what I thought sketch comedy could do, and my POV, my personal POV on things, on the world. And then I got to do it. And I got to do it for 4 years, essentially. And then it's over, and now what? I don't even know what. I mean, I guess I try to write movies, and and then it was just like a lot of uncertainty and projects that it's just the next thing that I'm curious about or think I might be able to pull off. And a lot of those didn't work. A lot of them were good tries. But the weird thing is it felt like it took forever for me to get to do Mr. Show. I feel like if you'd stopped me in the hall at SNL, I would have told you, I want to do the show, or one sketch moves into the other sketch, and it's kind of like Python. It's kind of like the credibility gap.
You had it in your head.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and Lorne sold SNL was 60 Minutes meets Monty Python.
Yeah.
He wanted to do Monty Python too.
Yeah, but he couldn't.
But also when you try to marry it to 60 Minutes, which is to say topical, weekly, it's not Python now.
Right.
And then of course you got commercials. And so he knew, I'm sure, that it wouldn't be that.
Yeah.
But it got further away from that probably. I don't know, you'd have to ask him. But I wanted to do this thing that was closer to Python, an American Python, which was more in our way grounded in pedestrian pop culture, observations, not as abstract as Python, not as intelligent as Python, but as silly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it, as silly.
And
And
this is a very simple.
and I got to do it.
Yeah.
And then now what do you do?
Right.
It's a weird thing to find yourself there. Most people don't ever get to do that thing, so they're always chasing it.
Right.
And I got to do it, and I did it pretty well. I could have done one more year.
One more year, Mr.
David
Shaw?
was
No.
sick of L.A. He was like, I'm not living my life here. I'm moving to New York. And we just, at that point, nowadays, I guess, Zoom and write stuff. But back then, it was like, well, then we're done. And, so I felt like I did it. But then it's like you're in the wilderness, and I don't know what to do next. And
yeah. I mean, clearly you've, redefined yourself many times. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I've done many things, and some of them have worked pretty well.
I'd also say during that period, I mean, when we were coming up, our sketch group, Good Neighbor, we were doing stuff at the UCB in like 2007 through 2010. Before you walked in here, you were talking with our good friend Mike Mitchell, who has a podcast here at Headgum, who is a member of the Birthday Boys.
Yeah.
You were looking out for younger people, younger comedians. And that's, how incredible is that like, oh wow, Bob Odenkirk is going around helping people, helping Tim and Eric. This is all of that era.
Yeah, you brought
stuff that became formative for a whole new generation. I mean,
well,
it's obviously.
I mean, I feel like I call you like the Godfather of sketch comedy. You guys would both do it.
I mean, if somebody came to you and you saw them, and you thought, they got it. They got a great thing there. After all that you've seen and done.
Yeah.
And in every way, if they came to you or you had the opportunity to interact, you'd say like, "You want to hear what I think? It's okay if you don't, but here's what you're doing right, and here's what you should think about, and here's where you can go with this." And I always felt like my learning curve was so long and slow, and if I can shorten that for somebody, that's awesome.
And get something funny out into the world.
Thing.
Yeah.
I mean, make it easier for them to understand what matters in the business or what matters even about the project that they're doing. Like, you're doing all this stuff, and just, this is the part that I'm seeing is working really well, know?
Yeah.
You want to focus there.
Just remember.
So if you can do that, you do it. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's just incredible how generous you are. Not everybody would be that generous because you care so much about sketch comedy.
I don't.
Yeah,
you
care
know what I mean?
about
It's just I'm a fan.
Yeah, and you want to make it.
Just remembering that you are the voice of Bowel.
Oh yeah. I love doing all those commercial
Cinco toy.
Oh yeah, Cinco. I was the Cinco. I was the voice of Cinco. And then I had that laugh in every word. The goal was to have the laugh in a Diet Coke. It's for you. It's like he's laughing, and every word is making him so happy that he can't
get it out.
He can barely get past his joy.
Yeah. I mean, do you feel like do you miss being able, like, having that outlet to be like silly, super dumb, or is it kind of? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, my son and I have been doing essentially Bob and Ray about once a month, where we come up with 3 characters and we write it.
Really?
And then I do the character and he interviews me. And what else do I have?
That's so fun.
The play.
How old is he?
He's 27.
Okay,
you guys have done a few things together.
Yeah. And he's got a pilot now that he wrote. I didn't help, but it's really great. Yeah, I do miss it. Yeah. And I find little moments to do silly stuff in the action films, but not much. You can't really be that broad. You can't do it. I feel like.
Yeah, and I
think I did. Did I do this? I try to get stuff in there like references to some of the comedy. I did this in one scene or movie. I went like that, which is we did in Mr. Show. Like every chance we got, a character would do that.
Yeah.
And well, I try to find little things, but that is a different world, man. That is a whole, and one of the reasons that was exciting about it
was
like, this is weird, man. This is like I'm doing show, I'm famous in France, famous in Turkey. But I do have a penchant for it. I do have a rage problem. That can be put to good use.
Yeah, it seems like you've channeled it
I have. It's really fun, man.
Yeah. You're really incredible
fun.
in it, but it is like seeing you sitting on like just boiling with rage. It's like that's such a different experience than doing sketch comedy.
Yeah, but is there not at the core something connected? Because Eric Idle says in his biography, and I love this line, he had seen Beyond the Fringe.
Yeah,
which was Dudley Moore, Peter Cook, Jonathan. Oh gosh, I'm gonna forget their names. You see who's Beyond the Fringe because they're all famous comedians or writers or playwrights. Great group, 4 people who went on to make everything.
Cool.
And he saw it when he was in college, and he said this was comedy with anger in it. And I think what he's saying is, and you know, we loved the Carol Burnett show in our house when I was a kid, and I loved it. And one of the reasons I loved it was adults being silly and enjoying each other. And that was genuine. They really liked each other, and they really were laughing at each other.
Yeah.
And they were trying to also crack each other up. And I liked it a lot. And I needed that energy. I needed to see that was possible, that adults could like each other.
Yeah.
And be kind and be silly and fun. And you needed that. The world needed it.
Yeah.
Python was what Eric saw in The Fringe. I saw in Python. Here's that anger that I have in me, twisted around and turned into silliness and fun.
Right.
And that's great. I need that. I want that out. That's just where I want to go.
That's cool.
Who's in the Beyond the Fringe?
Alan Bennett.
Alan Bennett, famous playwright.
Peter Cook.
Peter Cook, one of maybe the funniest man who ever lived.
Jonathan Miller.
Jonathan Miller. I don't know what Jonathan Miller went on to do, but I think he directed.
And Dudley Moore.
And Dudley Moore, who you know who he is.
Very talented pianist, Dudley Moore.
Yes. Peter Cook, do you know who Peter Cook was?
I don't know.
I know the name, but I don't know his work.
So he did Derek and Clive with Dudley Moore. It was just an improvised thing where they would go to Electric Ladyland Studios after their Broadway show and be drunk off their fucking asses and just talk.
Yeah.
And it's really funny stuff. And this guy, he started a magazine in England. He wrote a bunch of movies. I've sort of seen a lot of his work and read a lot of his work, and I think he's probably the funniest guy who ever lived. Like the smartest, silliest guy who ever lived. And also doesn't try at all. There's no sweat in anything that he does.
So if we wanted to read his work, see his work.
Well, the best thing to do would go be check out Derek and Clive.
Derek and Clive. Okay.
It's great. It's on YouTube. There's a bunch of Derek and Clive.
That's cool.
What is the another?
So anger
is
which I see. You put it here. You can put it there.
Yeah, which you can see in a lot of your characters, your sketch characters as well. Which something that was like very influential. I mean, I'll let you say. I was just gonna say though, it's like very influential to me. Like I love that like anger, and so like Ben Stiller did a lot of psycho characters.
Yeah.
It was interesting. I didn't know this until just recently that like. I mean, I know you wrote Motivational Speaker, but you played I always saw a comparison between you and Phil Hartman.
Yeah.
And that you played the dad at Second
did,
City, and then he played the dad on SNL.
Yeah, that's right.
It's
By the way, they did that scene after I left SNL.
But didn't you left SNL? You left SNL to come back.
I see. The one we know.
So in other words,
happened.
I was only there with Chris. So I did the Second City show while I was a writer at Saturday Night
in between
Live.
your third and fourth season, right?
Yes.
And then you came back for your fourth season.
Then I came back with Chris and Adam and Spade, and that crew came aboard, and Chris Rock. And I worked with those guys and had a great time with those guys. And it was my most satisfying year at SNL, final year. I finally kind of understood how to write a sketch that would work for the show.
Right.
Here's all these young guys. Nobody's helping them. I'm like, I'll help you. I
kind of get it now.
Might be able to do this. Yeah. And finally. And I'd done Motivational Speaker months before. And I was, they should let Chris do that here. But I understand Lawrence, doesn't really want people to bring their Groundlings or Second City stuff directly, exactly the way it was done on those stages. I get it.
Yeah.
and it's fine. And but then the year after I left, then Chris was sort of important enough to be able to say, I just want to do this sketch. Yeah. And so they let him do it.
Oh, wow. I thought it was like that year, your last year.
No, I left, but Lauren gave me credit.
That's good.
He gave me credit on the show.
The character did there was a couple.
Then after that, he did it more. And I always told Chris, I said, okay. He said, I want to keep doing it. And I go, okay, just do me a favor. Because I knew, and I know how that show gets in people's heads.
Yeah, it's insane.
I'd seen so many actors. I said, don't start at the end. Whenever you write the sketches from here on out, whatever you do, don't start at the end.
Like build to something?
Yeah, build.
Yeah.
And what was the next time he did it? He enters the sketch by breaking through a wall. And I'm like, wow.
You did exactly. He's like, come on, I want to get to it. Yeah, I want to get right to the good stuff.
It's because on that show, when you get that big laugh, you're like, can we just go there?
Yeah.
Let's just do that right away. Let's just go right to that and start there, and then we'll just stay there, which is kind of impossible.
It's impossible because also what sounds like a big laugh on the show when you're watching does not sound that big when you're in the studio. It has to be like big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a sketch doing well. It took me a while to realize like it doesn't sound like UCB where it's like a packed small room. It's kind of like you get a laugh, but like it's not like bringing down the house.
Also, I mean, it probably goes without saying. It should be obvious, but like I think our two of the sketches we did that I think are our best, that are personal favorites. Like both of them, we tried to recur. We did the second version, and it's just never. You can't repeat it.
No.
Yeah.
Never.
You know, that magic, whatever it is. As much as you try to like kind of add on to the jokes, it's always just a sort of sad imitation of the way you want.
Yeah, I always wished we could have done a movie and just let it,
God,
become a fuller character, become a more dimensional character.
Get into that psyche and like how it kind of started.
It has a lot of touchstones of the time, motivational speaking and improving self-improvement.
Yeah,
it's so funny. Like, and why am I fucking the comedy philosopher here? But like, just the phrase, when you're living in a van down by the river. Like as a 7-year-old when I was like, that's funny. Like
that is sad and pathetic. And I get who that guy is right away. Yeah, it's so
Where's
clear.
this river? What does this van look like?
How long has he been there? Like,
well, you can picture it. Picture
absolutely.
the guy getting up in the morning, throwing the back doors open. Should I walk in the water? It's kind of dirty. I gotta wash. I'll wash off a little.
Is that Billy Shakespeare over there?
Maybe convincing himself that this is life, this is what he wants, and this is how you really live. Speaking while we're on SNL, while you were there, you shared an office with Conan and Ben. Ben was only there for a little bit, but
yes, both things are true. Ben was there the first year I was there. At the end, he was there for 5 shows, and we shared an office, and we wrote a sketch about MTV Spring Break, and Lauren said, no one watches MTV. And we were like, nah, and then Ben left.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go get an Emmy Award for my sketch show on MTV with Bob. Yeah.
Which at the show is always, it struggles to catch up sometimes with the culture, but they've done a pretty good job of it now. I think
they have. They've kept up.
So shared with and then with Conan, which was awesome.
Yeah, I've heard a couple stories about how you guys were just like immediately so silly and
it was Conan and Greg and me and Smigel. And Smigel, I was there really just to help Robert Smigel, and he deserved that. He was such a good contributor to the show. I mean, he really. The list of sketches that he wrote that are just wonderful, solid sketches, and not the recurring stuff, which is fine.
Yeah.
But the number of one-off brilliant pieces. Steve Martin, I'm not going to phone it in tonight. Just there are so many. And so I was there as his sidekick to help him, really. Yeah. And I was fine with that because he was brilliant and he knew how to make that show work. And then Conan and Greg came 4 shows later, and we had so much fun together. We all connected. And then Greg left pretty early.
There's when in those offices, obviously you're like we're up for like 24 hours sometimes. It's just like so silly and weird. And I hate to launch this on you, but there are lots of stories of like weird, disgusting, funny, strange shit that happened in those offices. Yeah. Is there anything that comes to mind?
The thing that's in the documentary about Jim Downey, I can't believe there's footage of that.
Oh,
the goo balls.
Wait, the goo balls. I don't.
You guys,
in the writer's documentary that just came out?
In the one
There's
about
a
Jim Downey. There's a Jim Downey documentary.
Right.
And
Downey wrote it.
I did an interview
right.
on it. And then I'm watching it, and I'm in bed. I'm kind of like, that's enough of that. And my wife is continuing to watch it. And then one night, Bob Odenkirk found this box of these balls that were sent by a toy company. And I'm like, what? They're going to talk about that? And then I look, and they have footage. Lori Jo Hoekstra, Norm Macdonald's assistant, who was our assistant at the time, had videoed us doing this thing. That was insane. And that destroyed the wall in the writer's room. When you enter, it would be the wall to the right side. Those are that huge room, right?
Yeah.
On the 17th floor. Not where you guys... Did you guys do your read-throughs up there?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, yeah. In that big room.
Yeah.
So right there.
Somebody sent us well, you can see it.
Yeah,
you really should see it. It's insane. And it was crazy. I mean, nobody was drunk or anything, but we got this box of balls that were like squishy, and they had like a nylon covering. And I was always looking for any reason not to write down my bad ideas. Yeah. So I'm like, company thought we would put it on TV or put it in a sketch. What? We never.
They still do that. People send stuff and like.
It's never been done. It's not going to happen. We're not going to do that. Anyway, it's a slight distraction. And then I took a scissors out, cut it open. Again, anything not to write.
Right.
And it's kind of sticky and it's pliable. Of course, it's like goo. And did you guys have a dartboard still?
No, I don't think so.
So we had a dartboard.
Yeah.
And it was on that wall. So it's sticky, and I take it and I throw it hard, and it goes, and then it goes, and then it goes, and it rolls down the wall slowly. And then there's a dartboard right here. And I'm like, well, throw it a couple times, and then I'm like, well, give me a dart. See if we can't hit that moving target. And so the whole rest of the night was everybody on the whole staff except Smigel.
Yeah.
And you see it in the video. You see Smigel writing, and everyone's running around laughing. 3 a.m. like crazy. Hundreds of holes in the wall. Hundreds.
Oh my God.
Downey was throwing them. Like what? He's the head writer.
Yeah.
He's the adult.
Everybody was just showing to the
Smigel's sitting there writing. And we had the greatest time. And if you could make that work as a thing, like a toy, you get gooey, sticky balls, you get darts, and you have to get a wall because you have to replace that wall after that night.
That's an
so
expensive
that would be the
toy.
hard part. Would be with each shipment, you get how many? 12 walls?
Yeah, or at least some big plyboard. Big squares.
But we had that huge wall.
Yeah.
So we used the whole thing. We're throwing 2 balls,
that is
3. We're stopping them. We're making them. We're guiding the ball. Guide it. Drop it down towards that side.
Yeah.
So you're like getting good at it.
Yeah, we're getting good at it.
Didn't exist before.
No,
so Lauren was really, really mad.
Oh man.
And he didn't get mad at me.
Yeah.
And I said to my wife, "Oh, now I know I didn't get fired for that because everyone did it."
Everyone did it. Yeah.
So the fact that if Downey hadn't done it, and Franken and everybody, I probably wouldn't. That would have been my last show.
Wow.
They fixed the wall in like 3 days.
Yeah.
They sent some people right up there. They tore it right down, put a new one up, and said, "Don't fuck around ever again."
No more
like
goo
that.
balls.
Lauren got mad at me a couple times, and he was right too. I was
from like goofing around like that.
Yeah,
or
I was
just
trying to like in my defense, I was a jerk.
Yeah, that's a good excuse. I mean, that's what a lot of great comedy writers are.
I was here to goof around.
Yeah. I mean, we were doing that shit all the time. Like, I remember, like,
what's the silliest thing you guys did?
Oh, man.
Up in the offices.
I don't know. Probably.
You can admit something that might have hurt somebody.
Taryn sent us a video recently of me like fully just in my underwear doing something. What was that?
Yeah, and we were like climbing, wrestling on each other, and like I did not even remember it. We were like doing a photo shoot.
Yeah, because you're so bleary, tired.
Yeah, I remember Jay coming in once and pretending a sriracha bottle was his penis and squirting sriracha all over our desk.
Sure.
Getting hoverboards and zooming down the halls on them and bailing out, and like the little shoes that had like wheelies. Like
You know, that's a recipe for.
I'm trying to think what else. Like peeing in jars and stuff, just for the hell of it.
The idea, though, you touched upon this though, that like you're watching this documentary, you're like maybe drifting off, and then this like hyper specific memory is just being displayed for you. Like, oh my god, I haven't thought about that, and like it's fully documented, and now potentially a lot of people could know about this like very specific moment in my life.
Yeah,
like a day, like an evening, essentially.
That was one of the craziest things ever. A crazy feeling to sit up and watch that, and it goes on for a while.
And just a whole section on the goo ball.
Yeah, it was a chapter. It was a chapter. And
it's important
and
to
I'll
do
be honest
that.
with you, I was thankful they gave me credit for it because I was afraid.
Oh, that is. Yeah. Who came up with
it's
it?
legendary.
Yeah. Also, but I was also the temerity of this writer who's not really helping very much.
Right.
Who hasn't gotten much on.
I'm here to open shit up and throw it at the wall and get everyone throwing
distracted
darts
from their work
and ruining a wall in Rockefeller. So that's why you hired me. You pay me. That's what I do.
I'm going to save all my good stuff for my own show.
Yeah, I'm going to do a show that in 3 years, they're going to write, if you're sick of SNL, I got a show for you.
Yeah, well, so many shows come out of SNL like that. Like even like Portlandia or like, I Think You Should Leave.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that. It's a common thing.
Yeah, it's just used as a bludgeon to put down the granddaddy.
Right, exactly.
There's so much that I would love to talk about.
I know.
But it has been a minute.
It has been a minute.
Is there something you really said?
I mean, I can go on and on.
Well,
so.
we do have another portion that we'll get into.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's nothing notable, but I will. It's just there. I was going to ask how you think you've changed from those early days to now, and like even just seeing some clips of you that have been passed around on the internet, like the one with Mike Birbiglia, where you're like, where he's like, "Who are you jealous of?"
Yeah.
People with small children.
Yeah.
I saw you talk about how you were changed from after you had your heart attack.
Yeah.
About creating space.
Yeah.
Because that's like where life is, and it just seems like.
And that's been hard to do, but I've done it. But
because you've been
it's
busy.
been very hard to do, especially when you work to have a career in show business where essentially you tell yourself you are lucky if you get anything.
Right. And
anything.
And if you have something,
do not stop moving and do not stop working.
Yes.
Don't let go of that.
Because this is the hardest thing. Yeah, I've been able to do it. I mean, what's the question?
I guess the question is, it seems like I just see this like wisdom.
Well,
that like from you know.
Well, is it a wisdom or a lack of deficiency? Has my deficiency have I reached normal human consciousness from being in a deficit?
Where you're
when I look at that
something.
SNL and Mr. Show, I was pretty self-educated on comedy. I learned a lot from Smigel and Downey and all, but I really had dug in there and spent a lot of time thinking about it and watching it closely and asking what's going on here. What is this sketch? How is it constructed? What's really going on? What's I'd done that thought, but what I hadn't done is any kind of social growth. You know, SNL and everything we do, movies and everything we do, it's social. We have to work together. You can't do anything alone. You can't make a movie alone. You can't make a TV show alone. And I was just in such a deficit in that department when I was 25, 26, all the way through 30-something. You know, I got aware of it during Mr. Show. that's when I was aware that, and probably it came from being, having a degree of satisfaction with the work I was doing.
Yeah.
Like, okay, hey man, you're doing it. This is it. That you wanted that sketch show. You're doing it. This is it. This is what it looks like. You're doing it pretty good. It's pretty good. So now you know what's going on, and you can't distract yourself with this. Yeah, but I'm trying to achieve this thing. Get out of my fucking way.
Right.
Get out of my fucking way. Everybody shut up. Come on, I have this idea. I've got this vision. We can go there. It can be great. I know it's there.
Yeah.
And now you don't have that anymore.
Right.
You're like, yeah, there it is. Yeah, we all see it.
It's like, we are celebrating
So
you, and
now
you are
what's
fantastic.
going on? Now what's going on with you?
Right,
Because you are still a fucking nut.
Yeah, because there's something
And then that question still takes a long fucking time for you to go, yeah, what is going on with you, man?
Yeah.
And so if I'm looking at chapters, you know, I think, you know, there's a chapter that it isn't even after Mr. Show, although I became aware of it, I'd say during the work of that show. You know, after that, I made some movies, and I was so consciously trying not to be difficult or a stickler about things.
Yeah.
I was really, you know, because I just didn't want to be my dad. And my dad was, I didn't know him that well, but when I did know him, everybody was an asshole. That guy's a fucking asshole.
Right.
Where does that guy get that? It's just unreal.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's an asshole.
Mhm.
Everyone.
Yeah.
And I was like, on some level, that's what I was doing. I know, you guys don't get it. You don't get it. God damn
Right.
it. Don't you see what we're supposed to do is this?
Right.
And like, then I went and made some movies where I really made it, maybe I overdid it, of like, I don't get this scene. I don't know why it's any good, but you like it. We're just going to shoot it the way it is. I'm not going to bring up. It doesn't work for me. I don't get it.
Frustration of it.
Tell me what the joke is and let me help massage it so I get it.
Yeah.
And I just made a couple projects where I really was trying. I didn't want to be my dad. That's it. And then that sort of wasn't satisfying either. And it's just really, there's some happy medium that you have to try to achieve.
Right.
You know, it's weird. When you have a vision for something, it is a bit magical, right? Because you're like, why do I think so strongly that this is a good idea?
Right.
I don't have any proof. Whatever it is, it's a TV show, a movie, a poem. No, I'm kidding about poems. But whatever it is.
I mean, I could see it though.
But you have a gut feeling, and that's a great thing, and it's a gift. And I think what I realized after those projects that fell short as well was like, you have to be considerate and you have to be empathetic and you have to open up and listen to other people. But in the end, you're not being responsible if you don't do everything you can to make the thing work. Like, I was abdicating responsibility instead of handling responsibility in a more kindly and human way. I was just saying, all right, then I won't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
right.
I don't get it. I won't say anything. You'll just do it your way, and I'll try to deliver on that. That's not good either. You got to bring all of yourself to everything.
Yeah. And
you have to figure out how to do that in a way that is not, it doesn't have anger and cruelty and, you know, shortness of temper with it, you know?
Yeah.
And, so that was the journey there. And I really, hopefully, here's the thing that's hard is I'm always doing things that are a little out of my reach, you know? And I think that's cool. And I kind of can't help myself.
Yeah.
But that means you're going to fall short. You're not going to succeed at all these things. They're going to suck. It's going to end up and you're going to go like, didn't work. But while you're doing it, you got to give everything, everything. And I learned that from sort of, like I said, making these projects. They kind of fell short and I wasn't happy with them. And I'm like, well, yeah, but I'm trying to be cooperative. Okay. And then I just started watching people around me like Vince Gilligan, who's a very kind person.
Yeah.
who made Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul and now Pluribus.
Mm-hmm.
And Vince, could be a tyrant if he wanted to be. He's certainly gifted and visionary enough to
yell at people
go ahead
and
and
people
yell
will
at
listen.
people.
Yeah.
And he is the sweetest, kindest, gentlest, patientest human you'll ever meet. And going, well, if he can do that, but he gets it his way.
Right. But
He does not go, hey, you like it that way? Go ahead. Good luck.
Right.
He's like, no, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Show me what it is.
Right.
Well, see, I'm just trying to get this thing. He's great.
Yeah.
He works you. But he is listening, and he is. So I've been on that journey now of trying to split that hair of a vision that you're pursuing and a degree of confidence that can carry a project, but also, some intake and some consideration for people.
Yeah. Well, that's incredible. From where we are, it seems like you're doing it. And it's an incredible example for all of us, still. You always
and the
have
other
been.
thing, and I know you guys want to wrap this up and I won't shut up, is you do have to be willing to fail miserably and look like an asshole.
Yeah.
You have to go this may not work. And when I'm doing the training for nobody, I'm thinking, if this works, Conan O'Brien, Adam Sandler, David Spade are going to watch this movie and go, what is on the TV right now?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Right.
And it's really a prank to make my old friends laugh and go what just happened?
Yeah.
That would be the win. The fail would be it's horrible, and people for years what's a movie that is considered the worst action film ever made?
It's so bad it's funny. Yeah,
it's a one-word.
Yeah.
Jeopardy. Oh, you all got it right. What is nobody? And so what? So what?
So what? Yeah, who cares?
So
That's
what?
still a huge success. You got to do
Who
that.
the fuck
Worst
am
case
I?
scenario.
It's all going to go away.
Right.
I'm going to die again. And then 4 years later, not that long, it'll be what? Who was he?
What happened?
He did what?
Yeah.
So who gives a shit?
So just go at it. Yeah. Well,
You always got that.
You always got that.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
did we do your podcast or did we not?
Now the actual podcast begins.
Oh, this.
So we have the podcast within the podcast.
Yes.
So that's the real. That's kind of the real podcast. Now we
The
kind of do
idea
the
is we
slow
don't
thing.
know what our podcast should be about, and
I like that.
oh, thanks. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. What we just did was great. Yeah, we'll see what this is. But we don't know what it's about.
What do you think we should? What should our podcast be about?
I sent this in.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we don't know it.
We don't know.
Oh.
So we're gonna hear now, and then
What
we're
did
gonna
I
try
call it? I'd like to see what I called it. Can I look
You
up
can do whatever
absolutely.
you'd like to
exactly
do.
what I called it? Someone visiting me the other day, and they came over and we walked the dog, and all I talked about the whole time, and I couldn't stop myself. And I pointed it out. I said, all I'm talking about was
Entering some sort of access code to get the idea.
I just had a great title for it. I
I have the title if you.
What is it? You have it?
Los Angeles' rotting infrastructure.
Los Angeles' rotting
Wow.
infrastructure.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, great.
This friend is visiting from Vancouver,
Yeah.
a young actor, and I can't get my mouth to stop going well, think about it. Under these streets these are 120-year-old sewers.
Yeah.
They were not built. Do you realize that this neighborhood was originally considered like the forest, you're going away for the weekend to
Right.
come to this neighborhood? So they didn't build full streets here. They didn't think to. Why would they? These streetlights, look at the wires up there. 2 weeks ago, one of those boxes fell down, just fell off the wire.
Yeah.
Could have killed somebody. And I'm talking about LA infrastructure. Look at these sidewalks. I can't get
crap.
myself to stop.
Yeah.
okay.
So let's do a podcast
Let's save it
about
for
it.
the,
Save
for
it
the podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen. So how do you do this?
We're going to be right back with we're calling it the
LA's rotting infrastructure, right?
We'll be right back with LA's rotting infrastructure. See you soon.
See you soon. What's up? Well, now we're back.
back.
We're
You
back.
never- you
We're
never-
starting
it's
the show. So,
yeah, exactly. It's
Well, we're
tough-
back from last
it's tough
week.
to
So.
know. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's well, as you know, if you're here listening, it's our podcast.
Yes. Well, you know that we've spent a decent amount of time discussing some problems, some issues, sort of at the core of the city, the city of angels,
the city that we live, Los Angeles. Yeah, because there's some. It's an old city.
Sometimes it's starting to feel more like the city of devils, I would say.
Because of the rotting infrastructure.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, which is our show. LA's rotting infrastructure. That's what it's all about.
You told us.
LA's rotting infrastructure.
That's what we'll talk about. With Beck and Kyle.
Yes. Well, we're here to talk about.
We got a great guest. I think a fellow LA resident.
Yeah, I've been here for like 30 years. Yeah.
Wow. 30 years.
I guess I should just say Bob Odenkirk.
Bob Odenkirk.
Ex-comedy writer, ex-actor.
Yeah. Well,
pretty much full-time now. Cataloging. Well, mostly I focus on the sewer system, but and that's a personal choice.
And it's one thing that I got to say that I've drawn so much inspiration from is Beck and I also come from comedy. That's where we were for a long time. And seeing that you have had so many evolutions. You went from comedy to drama to action, and now to be dedicating yourself to something that's, I think for a lot of people, it could be sort of revolting.
Well,
which is the sewers. You're focusing on the sewers.
It isn't pleasant.
Yeah.
In every way. I mean, the thing itself, just broken down to its bare bones, and sometimes it is bones. People throw out chicken bones or whatever.
Right? Yeah.
Trash.
So you're literally talking bones, and I'm not meaning to make light of
hilarious.
that.
Yeah, that is. It is really funny the way that you tied it into that.
Even with that, and we'll just call it slurry. It's a kind of term. When you're dealing with that and the question marks of PVC piping and the different composites that we're dealing with now and asking the question now, what are we, where are we, what kind of city are we, how much sewerage can we put, how much can we renew, rediscover, and rebuild, and how much can we afford XXXVY PVC composite material with an E, not A, the French material, meaning
I didn't know it was French.
The composite thing itself.
Okay.
And so that's where I'm at right now. That's where my head's at, and it's where my feet are at, because I'm walking the streets, checking out every site, writing it down, taking pictures, asking, interviewing. Well, I don't use my arms.
Right.
I just talk to people.
You just talk to people on the street.
Mic.
And it's
Yeah.
So the PVC is what we're trying to integrate.
Well, I think the PVC, the question mark
is
of
the solution.
Concrete, some form of clay composite concrete versus, which is really an old way of doing it. And I think it's going to rot, it's going to die, but it is sanitary and it is natural. Yeah. And whereas the composite is going to be environmentally not as kind in both its production and in its implementation. And then over time, some of this composite piping 300 years from now, 500 years from now, and I do think the city will last that long.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's it going to be?
Right.
What are we going to see? And if sea levels rise, and that choice that you made today of putting a composite sewage system in, let's say it's 13 inches, I prefer the 18, and if you want to go to 21,
because that's
let's
bigger.
go.
Because that's bigger.
It's going to grow. And
the city's going to, for 300 years, you're going to need
the
those
amount of
couple
slurry
extra inches.
That it's going to manage over time is going to need, the bigger it is, the more you can do waste washes, which we don't do enough of.
And which is that?
Well, that's
it's a waste wash.
It's waste wash, which Elon Musk, fingers crossed, pray to God, is working on a system of waste wash wherein you flush out the sewage pipes and the slurry from all the pipes of the city with a simple, well, you don't snap your fingers, but you turn a knob.
Turn something.
And man, I mean, he's smart. Maybe he could make it
I bet he could connect it to the
Yeah,
mind.
but if somebody walked by and clapped, would the sensor know that wasn't a finger snap? Don't flush.
Right.
And then
it's almost as if like
No,
we'd have
it
to
wouldn't
know
know.
the very
And I'm-
specific snap, or maybe it's some sort of recorded.
One
person,
a
their
licensed
snap.
person
Sure,
with
sure.
a snap
Right.
could
So-
do that and do that. And this is the world that I'm living in. And movies were fun. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
But at some point, you do have to give back in a different, like
Well,
socially.
Don't get me wrong. Let me say that
reduce your
again.
influence.
Movies were more fun.
Yes. Oh, okay.
A lot more fun than what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. But it's
It's
some
not even
people-
important what I'm doing.
I was going to say
just
some
have
people
to do
would
it.
call it important. Not
Yeah.
everybody, but
Yeah.
some people would.
But I appreciate that you guys have this show, and I know you're talking about every aspect. You're talking about the monorails, and you're talking about literally the
Sidewalks.
streets and the sidewalks.
The
I mean, that's
lights.
fascinating to me, and that's something I don't know anything about. And what is this
Yeah.
this thing about this rubber sidewalk, whatever you've been discussing?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a
It's
rubber.
really in the conceptual
Yeah, we've been.
phase right now, but yeah, I think like
Kyle, yeah. Black. Is it black rubber?
it's a black rubber. So I feel like
Yeah,
traditionally, when you think sidewalk, you think concrete, right?
Right.
sure.
And then maybe.
Sometimes you'll maybe have that little strip,
yeah.
between the curb and
The
the
goo.
sidewalk.
It's
Yeah.
goo. I was going to say it's goo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The black rubber allows it's going to, well, we get nervous about the bounce,
Right.
sort of it being a bouncy material, but it
course.
actually absorbs quite a bit.
Ah,
So,
Yeah.
you're walking
And the sun
throughout the, your
absorbs.
traction is going to
Plus
be
it's
is going to be a little better. And,
my concern, and I love it,
yeah.
and what you're telling me is I'm very excited about it. But
Oh,
you
thank
can
you.
can walk on it.
You can definitely walk on it.
yeah, this is the concern I have as joggers.
Right.
Because a jogger is going to, if I'm not mistaken, not get as much exercise.
Right.
I run a mile. Now I'm running a mile on a bouncy surface.
Right.
It's actually like running half a mile because the
Right.
surface is doing half the work. And so AXV times 2X subtract
Sure.
and divide that by don't want to know.
And this is,
And that's we haven't even talked
And
about
what do you say, not to me,
right.
to future joggers?
Well, this is something that has come up. We've held community forums. And, the athletic community has raised similar questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of our ideas at Infra is basically to have designated areas throughout the city
Uh-huh.
where you can control elevation.
Yeah.
You can make your workout, your walk, your run, your jog more difficult, more
Right.
challenging to sort of make up for what would just be, it's a really cool material.
Yeah.
And just the idea of, sometimes I don't know if you've ever, you drive, I imagine.
Yeah, I do.
So,
Still drive.
parallel parking for me, always an issue.
It's impossible.
even with the cameras in cars.
Oh,
it's
it
And you
almost
back-
makes it harder.
You back your tire into the curb and you just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, oh, do I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've ruined so many hubcaps.
Exactly.
Now imagine you're
Yeah.
reversing into your spot and you sort of bump up. You get a nice little hop
Oh,
and then you land softly.
yeah.
It's not only is it going to be better for the car, but it's going to be fun.
And also
That's great.
Yeah.
I want to see that happen.
Speaking of the sewage, there's the little in LA. There's the little photos of the dolphin.
Mm.
By the sewer, by
Yes.
the little drain there.
Drains to the ocean.
Yeah.
Well, we're trying to reverse that.
For the
We're
ocean
trying to get the
come
ocean to drain to
the
your
s-
toilet and it back into your house.
Yeah.
Because,
That's amazing.
well, I mean, think about this.
Yeah,
You live in LA.
Yeah.
How often do you go visit the ocean?
I've never been.
Too much traffic, right?
Exactly the part.
What if you went up to your bathroom and that was just everywhere, just in your bedroom was ocean water?
I mean,
You don't have to drive.
That's
anywhere.
incredible. House
it's right
sales are
there.
going to go back through the roof. People are going to move back.
I mean,
to the
I've always
city.
You know,
felt
I
like-
hope so. Fingers
'cause people are
crossed.
moving now.
They are through the roof, as you know now. We'll build another roof and bust that thing out.
That's
Is what I'm hoping.
I would hope so
Yeah,
too.
that's the dream.
Yeah,
And
Bust through
it's
the
true.
roof.
And I got to say, when I see
Yeah, and I
these-
would like to see, and you've heard me say it, and
here he
LA,
goes again.
a sewer city.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
it's-
Like when I see these encryptions of the dolphins, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to die. I actually want to be with them.
Yeah.
I want to go underneath those
Yeah.
little.
And people laugh and joke.
That's not.
But the
very
idea
nice
that
for
the
them to do
water's
that.
coming back from the ocean, and people
Well, it's a
do
part of
say,
us.
"Oh
We're-
yeah,
Yeah,
well,
water.
that's
We're
part of where
70%
we're from."
water or something.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
And what if we're gonna have fish in our house?
Yeah.
Elon, please.
I know. He's,
Elon, please do the right thing, Elon.
Mini dolphins, mini dolphins.
Mini dolphins.
They could swim back
Yeah.
up the sewage into your home. You come.
You have a little. Yeah.
You wake up in the morning.
Um,
God, another day. Dolphins
Right.
swimming
What am I-
around your
right.
bed,
What am I on vacation? all
making
of a
you
sudden?
happy and it's
Yeah.
making you smile. So
That's
this is
great.
all. I wish
A pipe
that
dream.
this is pipe dreams. I
dream,
wish
I
it
like
was
that.
pipe
Right,
dreams.
Yeah, right.
And why not that?
Yeah.
You're not sewer focused.
Yeah,
but
we're-
we could call this episode "Pipe Dreams."
Yeah.
I love it. That's the
Well,
way to go.
it's been fantastic talking.
Well, thanks
Sorry
for
I know,
having
the
me
sewer
on.
city. This
the
is-
more we can get the word out and the
Yeah.
more work we can do,
I-
brainstorming, the better.
Yeah.
And
So
we're
let's-
such
let's-
big fans of Mr. Show.
Oh, thanks. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we're really loving that you're
Barely
bringing
remember that.
figuring out the sewer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
We
Thank
use
you.
the toilet a lot on Mr. Show.
Oh, well, that's probably how you
Interesting.
got
In
involved
between
into
sketches
this.
or
And was
sometimes
everybody
after-
using- was-
everybody the whole cast would go, I have to use the toilet.
I
I'm just
bet
like
you were
imagining
start-
Paul F. Tompkins. It's
Yeah.
I
amazing.
know, right?
Yeah.
Wow, a
Brad
sewer
Hussein,
city. That's
having
really
everything, yeah.
special. These are the type of ideas and the discussions we will continue to have. We're so lucky to have Bob Odenkirk,
Helping us solve the problems.
A real innovator in this in the development of sewer cities.
So,
I'm making my way, trying to find something to fix.
all of us. Thanks, Bob.
All right. Well,
Thanks,
we'll see you
guys.
guys next time on LA's rotting infrastructure. Thanks
Yeah.
so much.
Thanks so much. Wow.
That was great. That
That
was
So fun.
you did great.
Thank you. You did great.
You kind of like it's nice to be in a position where you just let Bob.
I know. Because we've looked up to him for so long. And his idea was great. I mean, I love the direction of being as mundane as possible.
He told us. Is it fair to give a peek?
Yes.
That we said like we're gonna do a whole new podcast. And he's like, how do you want to do it? We're like, well, it can be genuine or surreal. And he's like, let's make it boring.
Yeah.
But it was a silly boring.
It was a silly boring. And I do think I really like taking a direction with the podcast within the podcast.
Yeah, I know. I think we should be open to letting the guests be like, do you have any vision for this?
Yeah.
I think that's a fun thing. I don't think we have to do it every time.
Right. Because
sometimes we're going to want to lead the way.
And not all of our guests are necessarily being comfortable like doing
Yeah.
a bit and being comfortable with whether they're doing it right or not. You know, some people might be like, I don't know what you want. But Bob was very comfortable with that. It was very funny.
Well, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/what'sourpodcast. Thank you so much for joining us in the Batcave.
Yes,
Anything?
and check out Normal, Bob's new movie. Thanks for joining us in the Batcave.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys next week. What's our podcast? What's it gonna be about?
Tell us.
What's our podcast? What should we talk about?
With Beck and Kyle.
That was a Headgum podcast.